Yes, guys, GRP back in the house with our final topic, and this one is a doozy.
I never saw this one coming.
Yeah, I didn't.
Never saw this one
it's
coming.
a good choice. This is why I say David Zaslav is the man. He's the man. So it turns out that remember we reported before that David Zaslav, who owns Warner Brothers now, was looking for a head of DC Films. Just like Kevin Feige is the head of Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's found these heads. 2 people. And they are Peter Safran, who I don't know.
Yeah. But we do
one,
know
the second one. And that is James Gunn. The James Gunn.
James Gunn.
Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, James Gunn. They are going to lead DC Films, which is going to be their film, TV, and animation division.
Who was leading it before?
The
Blind.
No, well, we might as well say so. Yeah. It says that before I read the article by the Hollywood Reporter, it says the duo will report to Zaslav and assume the title of co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios. Jeez.
And this
I'm salivating.
Easy.
I'm salivating, bro. But anyway, let's go into
Hollywood Reporter, yeah?
Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe really is changing. In a stunning turn of events, filmmaker James Gunn and producer Peter Safran have been tapped to lead DC's film, TV, and animation efforts as co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios, a newly formed division at Warner Brothers that will replace DC Films. The unprecedented move in which a top director will assume a top executive post marks the end of a months-long search by Warner Brothers Discovery's CEO, David Zaslav, to replace DC Films boss Walter Hamada, who departed the studio last week. That search had all of Hollywood guessing and playing executive bingo for who would land one of the most coveted and challenging jobs in town. In recent weeks, Gunn and Safran were spotted on the Warner Brothers lot, meeting with Warner's film co-chair Michael DeLuca about future projects. And according to sources, the initial overture to Safran and Gunn came from DeLuca over the summer, even as the studio was in shaky talks with producer Dan Lin to take the job. Gunn will focus on the creative side of things, while Safran will focus on the business and production side of things.
Perfect.
That actually answers one of my questions.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Both are expected to continue to direct and produce projects, respectively. They will report directly to Zaslav and work closely with Warner Films bosses DeLuca and Pamela Abdi. Sources say the deal runs 4 years and Gunn will be exclusive to DC. Sorry, Marvel. The goal is for them not just to be producers, but to truly function as executives, even as Gunn will occasionally hone a movie. Unlike Marvel Studios, DC has multiple film sets in separate creative universes, and according to sources, Joker filmmaker Todd Phillips' work on the upcoming sequel, which goes into production later this year, will not fall under Gunn and Safran's purview, and instead will be overseen by DeLuca and Abdi. Matt Reeves, who worked under Hamada, has a budding universe based on The Batman movie. It is unclear under whose purview Reeves' future projects would fall, but everything else moving forward will be under Gunn and Safran's.
There you go.
Yeah. Do I need to read any more?
No. What for?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, what do you think of this?
Well, I think it's about time. Let's get it right. DC have been weak.
Yeah.
DC have been weak.
Compared to Marvel, yeah.
Compared to Marvel.
Yeah.
But even just in general, they've been a bit weak.
Yeah. Just to add, the hiring is effective November 1st.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so they've been weak for long.
Yeah.
And, I love DC. And because we love superheroes.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
Yeah.
That's what,
I'm not one of these guys who have to be Marvel or DC.
it's just Marvel.
I love both of them.
Yeah.
I gravitate more towards Marvel.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I don't like DC. I love DC. So yeah, carry on.
Yeah. So first of all, to see Gunn in charge is just that gasses me up.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only his insight. He makes these films. He's got you know, he's made the successful movies, and he knows what successful movies look like.
And might I add, successful comic book movies.
Comic book movies, yes. You know, because Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm gonna tell you now, I knew nothing, and most of the world,
Most Marvel, I had very
limited,
little.
right? And so unless you was deep anorak nerd style, like you, Michael,
comic connoisseur.
That's it, comic connoisseur Michael Adji. Unless you're him, and he made Guardians of the Galaxy a household name. Everybody loves it. He made it as interactive as Spider-Man. You know, like, you can bring your nan there, you can bring your mum there, you can bring whoever, anyone, and
they would enjoy it.
Yeah, and you'll love it. Not even just enjoy it, you'll love it. It's funny, you know. And he was the first to start doing, like, bringing back some of the old music to it. You know, like, I just know that he knows what he's doing. You know. And they need some steroids. You know what I mean? They need some Sarzol, a bit of growth. They need something to you know what I mean? It just needs to get there. It just needs to get there. It's like, as much as I did like Batman.
Which one? The Matt Reeves one, the recent one?
Yeah.
You know,
I did like it a lot.
It was good, yeah.
But I feel that there's room for it to be great.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
That's what I'm saying.
But I will say it was actually, I'll say not great. It was very good. I did like it. I did like it a lot.
In terms of the last Batmans, where does it come?
Right. I think the only two better than it was The Dark Knight, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. Batman Begins, maybe.
Right.
On the same level.
Okay.
It was definitely better than the Tom Hardy one. Bane, the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
It was better than that.
Yeah. But this is it. I feel like it goes, but it doesn't go up enough. You know, like with Marvel, I'm not even just talking about Batman.
Okay.
I'm talking about DC. I just feel like they're not building.
No.
They're not reaching.
Yeah.
I'm not. You might not even be able to compete with Marvel. But you need to be there. You need to be in the race a bit. You need to be at their heels. Even if you're always at their heels, you need to, like, the standards need to go up.
100%.
The standards need to go up.
100%.
It needs to be, you know, of a certain ilk and quality before you even let it go. You know? But who was in charge of what got cancelled? Batwoman. Who was in charge of that?
Walter Hamada was in charge of...
and he's
left.
Yeah.
Well, Zaslav binned that.
Right, he binned it.
He binned
so
it.
that showed me when there was a change. They didn't just put it out for the sake of it. You know?
But that's why that Zaslav come into clean house. Remember? Zaslav has come into clean house and changed everything.
And he's doing it.
He's doing it, and he's sticking to his word. He said he saw DC films as the crown jewel.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it is. Because when you look at Marvel, out of all the film studios, they're probably making the most money for Disney, right?
Oh, definitely.
Right. And DC should be doing the same for Warner Brothers. There's no doubt about it. In fact, I think, and I've said this to some controversy, but some people get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As much as I love Marvel, DC has the potential to be even better. And I'll tell you why. Right. Because DC's slightly darker.
That's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying?
And I love that about DC.
Right.
That's what I love about DC.
And so, therefore, they have more when you're darker like that, you have more leeway. Like, look at the darker Marvel films that have come out. Even not even necessarily MCU, but like the Blade films, for instance. You have more leeway to do what you want because it's R-rated. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think potential-wise, they have the beating of Marvel. Whether that's going to happen or not, we don't know.
Yeah.
But
potentially,
I think the hiring of James Gunn as the creative guy, basically he's the Kevin Feige of DC now. I think that's a fantastic move because I've always thought, although it's not absolutely necessary. It's a big plus if your studio head has knowledge of the source material.
Yeah.
It works so well with Kevin Feige because Kevin Feige is a nerd. He's a comic book head.
Yeah.
He knows about Marvel. That's why it works.
Yeah.
That's why it works.
You have to. It's not a business. It is a business thing.
Yeah.
But you can't just be a businessman.
Right.
In this kind of thing. I'm just going to oversee and yes,
100%.
Yeah.
And that's why.
You have to love it.
Because at first I was like, too many cooks spoil the broth. You got two heads. That never goes.
That's what I was thinking.
But then
you're gonna bump heads. Right. We're gonna have
But now we know it's completely you're one's doing the business side of things, which has nothing to do with the creative side of things. Right. So that's fantastic.
That's it. You look after that. I look after that. We're gonna win.
Right. And James Gunn, as we've seen with Suicide Squad, which criminally made not enough money because it was a fantastic film, and now with his Peacemaker. You've watched it. I haven't watched Peacemaker. You said it's fantastic, and I've heard from everyone it's fantastic.
Loved it. Peacemaker.
From those two films, those two projects, should I say? Yeah. One was a TV series. DC knows this is the guy that we need. They know that. They knew it even before he came out with Suicide Squad because, from what I've heard, when DC first got him, they said, use whatever character you want. You want Superman? That's their crown jewel. Do Superman.
Yeah.
But with how crazy Gunn thinks, he said, no, I want to do Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
But they were gonna give him their crown jewel.
Yeah.
That's how much they knew we're onto a winner with this guy.
Yeah.
And he's proved himself.
Are they were gonna give him Superman?
They were gonna give him
I didn't know that.
They gave him the choice to do whatever he wanted to do.
What character do you want? What do you want to do?
Who do you want to do?
Imagine that. Wow.
That's how much trust they had in him.
Wow.
But at that point, they really didn't have any options anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's proven himself.
Yeah.
And I think, because he knows the source material, he's a DC and Marvel fanboy. He knows the source material inside out.
Do you reckon they've seen the last Guardians of the Galaxy? They wouldn't be privy to that.
No, they wouldn't be privy to that. No. They wouldn't be privy to that.
Okay.
But they don't need to. He's done, like I said, he's done Suicide Squad. And he's done Peacemaker.
But
they don't need to.
I know it's going to be good.
They don't need, I'm sure.
I know it's going to be good.
That in itself speaks for itself. What he's done at DC already, they're like, they don't want to let him go. And now,
why would you?
And they've now with this position, they've solidified. He's going to be there till probably he drops dead.
Yeah.
Being honest.
Where's he going?
You know what I mean? Well, because this is the perfect thing for him because he is a creative. He's not an executive. Although this is an executive position, he is a creative.
Yeah. He's allowed to create in this position. That's the thing.
Right.
He's allowed.
And I think that's what lets Kevin Feige down at Marvel. That he has to do all of that shit. And this is why he's spread too thin.
Because he does the business side, and he does the creative side, and he does this and that, and
And I think he needs someone, not necessarily a co-head, but someone just to take care of the business side of things while he takes care of the creative side. You know, so I think this is fantastic. I think, just like you, this is going to work very well, and I think I'm really looking forward to what DC have got in store for us in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it's going to be beautiful. And just to point out something, the true comic book fans will not be thinking Marvel versus DC.
No.
And the people at DC and the people at Marvel, they don't think, we're competing against each other. They are all for each other doing well. Because
once you love Marvel and once you love DC, once you love superheroes, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Do you know why? Do you know why though? Because most people are not like me. They're not Marvel heads or DC heads or they just know comic book characters. Yeah. That's a comic book film.
Yeah.
They don't know whether it's Marvel or DC. Most people don't.
Yeah.
So if comic book films
growing
do well,
up, I didn't really think about that.
You
I wasn't a comic book guy, but I just loved superheroes.
Right.
But it didn't matter if it was Marvel or if it was
that's my point.
Made by Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right. So there you go. So if DC do good films and people flock to the cinema to watch good DC films, that's only going to do well for Marvel. Yeah. Because they're going to think, another wicked comic book film.
Yeah.
Boom.
Someone we know, love and trust. Yeah. Superman. Superman.
Do you know what I mean?
Batman.
So people need to get rid of this, Marvel versus DC. Because trust me, both those companies are not, they don't see each other as competition. No. They want both of each other to rise.
Enough room
More than
for
enough.
everybody
More
to
than
eat.
enough.
So that's why
More than enough, bro.
You don't go to, well, I'm only going to see like a Marvel film and I'm not going to see that. You don't do that. So that's why it doesn't matter to them.
Not at all. And like I said, the main...
It increases the culture. That's what it does. It increases the culture.
Everyone will want to see a comic book film.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, we've drawn on long enough.
That's right.
What do you guys think of James Gunn and Peter Safran heading up DC Films? Do you think this is a fantastic idea like we do? Or do you think two heads will bump? Leave some comments down below and let us know what you think. And with that said, the short is over. Because he doesn't like to say it.
I don't say it. It's Damien that does that.
Yeah.
Damien ain't got no catchphrase. He just steals
That,
ours.
Damien.
Don't you, Damien?
I didn't say that.
What's Damien's catchphrase?
I don't know. Ask him. Anyway, guys,
That's 600 and something shows.
We are out of here. And get us on all our social media handles if you want to get holler at us.
I want the knife.
Super thanks if you're feeling generous, you know what I mean? Because we're broke out here. We're trying to go to, opening night.
Yeah, we got some cheeseburgers. Got some cheeseburgers, man.
Yeah, but guys, listen, thank you for being with us here. And we'll catch you on the next one, yeah? So from us, peace out.
Peace and love.